All right, guys. So today we need to talk about a recent change and update that came to Counter-Strike that I think got a little bit lost in the whole Shanghai Major with everything going on with that. Obviously, we got the new stickers. We got a lot of that new content coming out. The Major has started. People are really wrapped up in a lot of those things right now. But also in that update that got pushed out, there's something that is going to have a really, really massive change on the Counter-Strike markets. And it's just an actual big change, like a mechanic in Counter-Strike as well, that I actually think is going to change a lot of things. Obviously, that new update here is the fact that they added the ability to rent weapons from all previous CSGO weapon cases, which is something that I think a lot of people didn't expect, especially so soon, and we need to talk about in this video today, of course. But I just want to mention first my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. We're buying pretty much anything, for the right price, but obviously we like to get those bigger deals done. So if you have any, more expensive skins or knives or gloves or whatever, or want to try and sell your whole inventory, hit us up and we can probably get a deal done and help you, cash out safely, effectively, efficiently for some of your more expensive stuff. We got a couple of these really big deals done recently. This Karambit Tiger Tooth was a cool one, and then also this AK-47 Bloodsport with a 4X Fnatic Cato 15 holo. So that's kind of stuff that we are buying. Hopefully we can get a deal done, and of course you're helping support me, my channel, my content. With that being said, let's get right into this today. So this tweet from Alchemist, I mean, there's tons of discussion going on across like Discord and Twitter and all this stuff right now, but again, he says, added the ability to rent weapons from all previous CSGO weapon cases. Are we cooked, chat? And people are really debating this. People are going back and forth. I really think there's opinions all over the place, but to me, I think this is just overall a positive change, and overall there's definitely a lot of ways to make money off this, a lot of ways to improve your investments, and I think it will be a lot more good than negative, and I don't really think there's going to be that much downside or that much negativity involved in this. I think people just love to be overly negative. People love to be doom and gloom for the markets and just in general, but that's definitely not how I'm taking this at all. Now, again, we started out with the ability kind of out of nowhere to be able to rent skins for the kilowatt case. I don't know if Valve was just kind of testing that out or seeing how that was going to go or seeing how that was going to impact things. Then obviously we could rent skins from the gallery case, but now all of a sudden we can rent skins from everywhere. And to me, this is a big positive for case investing, because it's another way that cases are going to, the case supply is going to diminish even further. Again, people have an opportunity to potentially get fun play skins or mess around with skins for a week, or to try them out or to rent them or whatever, while also consuming a case. Again, when you rent the skins from a case, that case is gone and a new skin isn't created. So I also think in some ways that's going to be positive for a lot of the skins inside these cases as well. Some people are saying, oh, skin prices are going to crash because now you can get a Vulcan. You can be playing with a Vulcan for cheaper. You can be playing with a Fire Serpent for cheaper. You can be playing with the Onitaji for cheaper or whatever. But to me, that's really silly and kind of stupid and doesn't really make much sense, because there are definitely clear negatives and downsides to renting, because obviously a lot of the value in Counter-Strike items is the fact that they are resellable, that you can might spend $200 on a skin, but you do have the ability to recoup a lot of that eventually, because that skin's going to hold its value, or it's going to even go up in value or whatever, and you're going to be able to get most of that $200 back, pretty easily, because Counter-Strike skins have high liquidity and stuff. But guess what? If you spend the money to rent the skins, you maybe got them cheaper for a week or whatever, but one, you only had them for a week and then they're gone, and then two, you're not getting any of that money back. Again, there's going to be a 0% return on the renting of anything. So I really don't, and I also just question how many people are even going to be using the renting feature anyway. I don't think people are all of a sudden just going to be running around with, crazy, insane loadouts all over the place and spending $50 per week every single week to have crazy skins. Like, I think some people will rent, I think some people will try it out, but then I think also people who rent will also realize, hey, I really like this skin or that skin or whatever, and that's going to lead them to eventually buying more skins, and I think that'll overall be a positive for skin prices, and obviously, like I said, consuming more cases, eating into the supply and everything is going to be an overall positive for cases as well. It's just another opportunity for them to go down. Now, we do have Jesus saying he doesn't think it's going to make any real difference. Alchemist seems to agree with that as well. Wig says here, high tiers will be fine, I guess. Expensive cases will now crash, and then somebody's like, everything will be fine. To be honest, cases will skyrocket even more. He said he thinks cheap cases will skyrocket, but expensive cases will probably lose value. Can't see people renting or paying $100 to rent a Fire Serpent, but again, even if you don't think people are going to be renting, that wouldn't negatively impact those case prices. That would literally leave them exactly as they are right now, and then that's what somebody else says, like, yeah, so they should keep their value. If nobody does that, then only the ones opening remain, and he doesn't really even have any kind of logic behind his argument or anything, and I think a lot of the people being negative about this, they don't really have much logic to the arguments they're trying to make and everything like that. Tons of other people adding to this discussion. Ra saying the real question is why? Why did Valve decide to make cases rentable? Was the kilowatt case just a test project to see if it would increase case income? If this is Valve's new way to circumvent future loot box regulations? I think that is the theory that I kind of resonate with the most. The fact that Valve has been under increased scrutiny in a lot of different countries for the loot box and case opening and gambling aspect of everything, and just them being able to give more people options and being able to pick up the skins in a guaranteed fashion and manner, while also still hopefully being able to hold on to their kind of case opening empire that they have that just kind of prints money. So just adding more options for more people to be able to get involved. And I think Valve could also possibly understand that, yes, allowing people to rent will get more people interested in skins, and will get people to see that, hey, the skins are pretty cool, they love playing with them, and then rather than just paying to rent over and over again, that eventually they're going to buy. That's a lot of business models. They give you the first stuff for cheap, and then eventually they have you paying lots of money later on down the line. They have you as a repeat customer. That's not like a business model that they just invented or anything like that. Will case gambling disappear altogether eventually? I don't believe in that unless they're absolutely forced to, so that's not really something I'm worried about. I think that's kind of fear-mongering. This person on Twitter says being able to rent any case is going to kill the CS skins market. Like, guys, listen, right? What will being able to only have a skin for a week do? Create more demand so people can have the skin forever. Let us use our brains a little. And Jab says he's losing his mind at these takes, and that's kind of where I'm at as well. These people's hot takes and stuff just absolutely makes no sense to me. Again, I see this as a major win all across the board. Jab also tweeted out that disclaimer, renting cases does not always go how you want it to, so keep that in mind. When you do get these skins, you get them in a random wear and everything, and in a random pattern, and obviously that does mean every once in a while you can get a battle scarred skin, so you might pay for a huntsman case and rent that out and end up with a battle scarred Vulcan, which again, kind of that goes against what people are saying of, oh, if everyone's all of a sudden running around with a Vulcan, my Vulcan's going to decrease in value. Like, no, your factory new Vulcan's still going to be okay. It's still going to be very, very expensive, very nice skin that not everyone's going to have, because like I said, who is that many people even going to be renting in the first place? Are people going to rent week after week after week? And hey, every once in a while they're going to get still some really ugly skins that can't compare. What Wex said, theoretically, the only skins that should be affected are low-tier play skins, Fire Serpent, Vulcan, and Onitaji. However, the CS markets don't work on logic. And again, I would really question that. I would be shocked if many/any skins are impacted negatively by this update. Let's just open a $20 plus key Hydra case. Just have a $400 if it's factory new Onitaji for 7 days. Burned money. Rentable only makes sense on low-tier cases IMO. Again. And then he says, Hydra's $20, never mind then. So even people who are kind of arguing in the favor of this impacting expensive skins are kind of realizing some of the flaws in the logic and everything. I liked this discussion that Bronco's having as well. He said rentable CSGO cases is good for the market. Another way to lower supply and give more uses for cases always helps. Mass unboxers used to target older cases to avoid pressing 2 buttons for each case unbox. Not anymore, except Gallery and Kilowatt unboxing Gallery and Kilowatt unboxing ROIs to drop. He also says here that Flary brought this up in a recent video, and one really great example is the Shadow and the Falchion cases. You get a sick and nearly complete loadout for $5. For some people, that's game-changing. For others like you and me, it doesn't matter, but it doesn't hurt us. That's a big thing here, is cases, I do think, were already an S+ tier investment, and now I think case investing got a little bit better. Now, I'm not one that invests in skins in the first place, so again, I don't really care that much, even if theoretically this did impact skin prices, but I can't really see this impacting skin prices that much. I do think that obviously this isn't as beneficial of a change for certain cases where people mostly buy them and invest them and open in them for the gold, because obviously when you're renting, you only get the skins, not the golds inside of them, so that's also something to keep in mind. This will definitely, in theory, impact the cases that actually have good play skins in them better than cases that don't, because you're not going to be renting the cases that don't have good play skins in them. This guy also says, in his opinion, Wildfire seems really good because you get the Fuel Injector, the Op Elite build, and the Deagle Kumiko. I don't know how you say that. So, I don't know. But so far, many cases haven't really been impacted by this update. But I just think over the long term, this will be another positive factor. Cases already have such strong fundamentals. They already have such amazing things going for them. And this is just going to be an extra step. Again, I don't think this is going to make cases explode overnight. But this is just another way to get people involved in the CS markets, give people another option, and another another thing that's going to be eating into the overall already declining case supply out there. So again, to me, this is a very, very big change. And it's also a very, very massive change for CS. Another case I talked about was a Falchion case. It's down 4% in the past 5 days. And the Operation Wildfire is down 1% in the past 5 days. Most cases are flat within the last 5 days, either up or down 5% in the past 5 days, which is not that insane. So like I said, the case market has not necessarily reacted to this news or update very quickly. But again, like I said, I think this is definitely a more long-term focused change. Raffle Monster says making all cases rentable is a net win for everybody. People that rent skins will push up case prices, and I doubt impact skin prices much, if at all. Overall W for everyone in CS. And it's ultimately, at the end of the day, that is how I mostly feel about this. So I'm not really worried. I'm not buying into any of the negative takes or fear mongering or stuff that's going on out there. Again, as a case investor, I love this change. Or not. I guess I don't even love this change. I like this change. I think it's fine. I think it's good. If people want to rent stuff, great. If you're a case investor, great. Supply is going to keep going down. Prices are going to keep going up. And I don't really think it's going to be much of a net negative for really anyone out there in the market. But yes, this is something big that has never been a part of CS before, obviously at this scale. And now the fact that you can rent all cases is really kind of a new era and a new moment for CS. And it'll be really interesting to see how this impacts stuff going forward. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hope we catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.